So, a few days ago, the Eclipse Award finalists were announced for 2020, and as per usual, I thought I'd do a predictions video on it like I did last year. And the same rules apply. I will only be doing the Horse Awards because that is where I am the most knowledgeable. But even then, I definitely have not limited myself too much, as there are plenty of Eclipse Awards to go after. So let's not waste any time, and go into my 2020 Eclipse Award predictions. The first one, and always the most overlooked, is Outstanding Steeplechaser, which was definitely a division that had almost no races this year. There was only like two Grade 1s, the New York Turf Riders and the AP Smithwick, and everything else was just severely limited. There wasn't even a Grand National this year. So, what do we got? Well, I'd say we got Moscato as our outstanding steeplechaser, because he is the only horse to have won a Grade 1 and another graded stakes race. The other two horses that were eligible either only had one win, which was the New York Turf Riders Cup, or just had a couple of wins in listed stakes races. But Moscato has the by default distinction of being a graded stakes winner and a Grade 1 winner in the same year. So I'd say by that count, he wins, even if it is unfortunate that that is what gets him the win. Such a simple thing. Nextly, we talk about the rising stars of horse racing, the 2-year-olds. And this was another rather easy choice. We got Essential Quality. There were a couple good 2-year-olds that ran this year, but Essential Quality simply wins because, well, he was undefeated in 3 starts and a dual Grade 1 winner. Even if Jackie's Warrior statistically looks better, winning 4 races instead of 5, the voters won't really care, because what I've learned in recent years is that if you win the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, you are guaranteed champion 2-year-old. That's kind of what Good Magic and Storm the Court showed me, because they only won like one major race, which was the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and they had statistically better horses, and didn't matter. They won champion 2-year-old. So, I'd say that a horse that wins the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, like Essential Quality, who actually won a pretty good race in the Breeders' Futurity as well, is guaranteed to win champion 2-year-old, even if Jackie's Warrior looks pretty great. So Essential Quality, 100%. I will bet my kidneys on that. In similar vein, we got Vequist, who, while not as impressive as Essential Quality, still is pretty good. Having 2 wins, and both of them in Grade 1 company, it's a similar deal. The Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies is a one-way ticket to being champion 2-year-old regardless of your previous races. So I'd say that, especially for a horse like Vequist, who is now a dual Grade 1 winner, there's no way that she doesn't win champion 2-year-old filly, even if horses like Day Out of the Office also look really impressive. The Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies is the indicator, and Vequist won it, end of story. As we continue up the age brackets, we talk about champion 3-year-old male and female at the same time, because they're pretty easy to do. Authentic is a triple Grade 1 winner, and so is Tis the Law. Those are the 2 main eligibles, and I'd say that Authentic has the edge because, well, he beat Tis the Law twice, in the Kentucky Derby and the Breeders' Cup Classic. Some pretty major races to lose in, that Tis the Law, well, did lose in, which I'd say cost him. Authentic won those races, and I think that's why he gets the edge for champion 3-year-old male. Swiss Skydiver gets the edge because, well, she beat Authentic, this great horse, and She Dares the Devil and Gamine can't really say that. They were great in their own divisions, and hey, She Dares the Devil did beat Swiss Skydiver, but Swiss Skydiver then went on to win the Preakness, and She Dares the Devil never won again. Simply put, beating the boys puts you a cut above almost any other filly, and I think that's why she earns the champion 3-year-old female pretty easily. As we move up, we have now reached the last section of the age divisions, and that is the older divisions. And first up, we've got older male horse, which I'd say goes to improbable. If you had asked me who would win older male at the start of the year, I would have predicted Maximum Security would win it, because of his win in the Saudi Cup. And he looked on his way to do that after winning the Pacific Classic, but Improbable destroyed him in the Awesome again, and then beat him again in the Breeders' Cup. After all, Improbable was the highest finishing older horse in the race, being second behind Authentic. And Improbable before that was a triple Grade 1 winner, which is nothing to scoff at. And they were all in succession as well. He was an absolute beast on the East and the West, winning the Hollywood Gold Cup, the Whitney, and then the Awesome again, and finishing second in the Breeders' Cup Classic. That's pretty impressive. And I think that definitely puts him above Maximum Security. He beat him twice, and Maximum Security had a pretty mediocre finish to his year, finishing 4th. I'd say that puts him just below Improbable, and gives Improbable the win. Then we advance over to older females, which was pretty easy, because Monomoy Girl is hard to beat. Midnight Bijou was looking pretty good at the start of the year, finishing 2nd in the Saudi Cup, and then winning the Fleur de Lis, but her unexpected leave after losing the Personal Ensign just kind of put that to rest. Only 1 actual victory and 3 actual starts, that isn't exactly so great. And Serengeti Empress, the other eligible for champion older female, also only had a single victory. She had some pretty stellar 2nd place finishes, but technically only 1 victory. And Monomoy Girl had at least 3 impressive victories in the Ruffian, the La Troyenne, and the Breeders' Cup Distaff, which, comparing the other 2 finalists, is significantly better. Next is one of the tougher divisions to choose from, because you can make an argument for all 3 sprinting horses that were nominated to win. Whitmore was the winner of the Breeders' Cup Sprint, which is already a huge deal. Volatile had an amazing performance in the Aristides and won the Alfred Vanderbilt. And Vacoma won both the Carter Handicap and the Metropolitan Mile. But if I had to choose one, I would choose Vacoma, because both of those horses, Volatile and Whitmore, had a single Grade 1 victory, and Vacoma had 2. Which, I know, it sounds a little stupid, but hey, it is a difference. And again, this is definitely one of those I am not as confident on, because I would not be surprised if Whitmore or Volatile get the win. Volatile, though, I'd say is least likely, because he had only 1 chance in graded stakes company. Meanwhile, Vacoma and Whitmore had multiple chances. But between Whitmore and Vacoma, I choose Vacoma. Nextly, we got champion female sprinter, which I will begrudgingly give to Gamine. I have a lot of negative bias towards this horse thanks to her multiple failed drug tests, but if you compare her to the other horses nominated, she is leagues better, winning the Acorn, the Test, and the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. That's pretty hard to beat. Not even horses like Serengeti Empress come close to that many achievements this year. So, as much as I will disagree with Gamine and the drugs and all that other controversial stuff, she statistically looks way better than everyone else, and thus should probably win this award. But now we switch to grass, and this is another award that will be hard to predict accurately, and that is Champion Older Male Turf Horse. Because there are 2 great horses that could definitely have a case for them winning this, and that is Channel Maker and Zulu Alpha. Zulu Alpha is the Pegasus World Cup Turf winner, and the Elkhorn winner, and the McDermott winner. So he definitely has had a lot of good wins. And Channel Maker didn't really have a great start to the year, but had a brilliant finale, winning 2 straight Grade 1 races, and then finishing 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Turf to 2 star fillies in Tarnawa and Magical. But I'd say that he gets the edge here. Zulu Alpha had only a single Grade 1 win, and yet again, I will bring up Grade 1s here, and Channel Maker had 2. Another thing that kind of helps is that Zulu Alpha didn't really have a chance to run on the Breeders' Cup Turf. He only got a chance to run in smaller grade stakes races, which he did well in, but even then he lost the Grade 3 Kentucky Cup Turf Cup, which doesn't exactly look too great for a champion turf horse. And Channel Maker had such a strong finish. Not only did he have those 2 Grade 1 wins, he was also the best finishing male in the Breeders' Cup Turf, as Tarnawa and Magical are both female. And I think that definitely helps his case. Such a strong finale compared to Zulu Alpha's kind of anti-climax in the Kentucky Cup Turf Cup makes me choose Channel Maker just slightly. Speaking of fillies, we got champion older female turf horse, which does feature Tarnawa, the winner of the Breeders' Cup Turf, and she does have a strong case for her to win it, but I want to go with Rushing Fall here, because Tarnawa and the other eligible, Adaria, who did beat Rushing Fall, both only had 1 start in America, and it was a great one, the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf and the Breeders' Cup Turf respectively, but Rushing Fall ran in America all year, winning the biggest races for female turf horses, such as the Diana Stakes, as you see right in front of you. She was running in America all year and wasn't just a European invader who came and won the biggest race, and that was it. So I would prefer that a horse who actually raced in America more than just once got the award, but I wouldn't be surprised if Adaria, and more specifically Tarnawa, got the award, because a female beating males in the biggest turf race in America is pretty darn impressive, even if it's her only experience in America. And last of all, we got Horse of the Year, which, even though I'm not the biggest fan of this horse, still has to go to Authentic for me. Because, I mean, just look at this guy. Kentucky Derby winner and Breeders' Cup Classic winner. It takes a lot to beat a horse like that. And Authentic did this in track record time, in the Breeders' Cup Classic specifically, faster than even American Pharaoh, which is pretty impressive to say the least. He is a very talented horse, but it is unfortunate that he never got to show himself off as a 4-year-old. Regardless, as a 3-year-old, he was stunning. A Haskell winner, Kentucky Derby winner, and Breeders' Cup Classic winner, beating the best 3-year-olds in 'Tis the Law, and then beating the best older males in Improbable and Maximum Security, all in just a matter of 2 races, and then he still valiantly fought on to finish second in the Preakness Stakes, over almost everyone except the filly. Which is a pretty awesome trinity of races to try and run in, and you gotta give Authentic a lot of credit for that. He is definitely the winner of Horse of the Year for that. And if you win the biggest races, you deserve the biggest awards. So simply put, Authentic is Horse of the Year. So, hope you guys enjoyed my Eclipse Award predictions. Comment down your predictions for this year's Eclipse Awards. And, see you guys next time.